Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. My name is Todd. It is Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. If you're in the U.S. and you celebrated this very long Thanksgiving weekend, I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Food was excellent, as I said on Friday. Just amazing. It's been a while since I've had any time off. Actually, I don't think I've taken any time off since I started my new job. So this was very nice. It was very, very nice. I'm looking forward to the holidays coming up as well. Obviously, a lot of people get a certain amount of days off or whatever, and I cannot wait. I am buzzing with excitement. I'm actually going to be flying home to spend the time with my family. Should be amazing and excellent. Looking forward to it for sure. It'll be the first time seeing them in about a year at this point. So yeah, very excited for that. And hopefully you get to see, some loved ones of yours and people you haven't seen in a while and all that good stuff. But definitely looking forward to it. Just a point of order here. We are going to be having 2 pre-recorded, I guess they're still live because I'm still going to be on Twitch doing them. But they're going to be pre-done streams for Christmas Eve. There's going to be there's going to be actually 2 streams for the week of Christmas, but there's going to be a special one. Monday's going to move to, I think, Tuesday for Christmas Eve. And then the next week, we're going to do a New Year's Eve stream as well. I'll actually be back for that. So we're going to do it earlier in the day. That way we allow the time for it to be uploaded to YouTube before midnight. Well, at least midnight in the US. I can only do so much, right? But yes, definitely looking forward to that. I'll keep you posted. I'll put it in the Discord and everything, so you should be able to see it. And I'll update the schedule on Twitch. So if you're following on Twitch, if you're not, you're watching this right now, go ahead and hit the follow button. You should be able to see it in the schedule coming up. It'll be alerted to you if you have your notifications turned on. Of course, I know we're inundated with notifications on everything, but if you have those turned on, you'll be able to know. And yeah, looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Happy Monday. I hope the start of your week was good. It's always difficult. It's always difficult coming off a weekend, especially a long one if you had a long one. But, you survived. You're here. You're here. You made it. It's the end of the workday. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into this. We have 5 amazing member requested videos by members of ToddReacts.com. We're going to start off with a Teen Wolf video, and then we're going to go to a Family by Choice TikTok compilation, I believe it is. And then we're going to go to a JoongDunk video, a Joylada Gang video. No idea. I think it's a pairing as well. And then we're going to end stream with Gilmore Girls. I believe it's a Rory and Jess video. Looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. As always on the YouTube channel, when these are uploaded after they're live on Twitch, you will see the timestamps available in the video description. As always, whenever you're looking for those, just look in the video description. They will be there. I do it myself. I know some people have, commenters and whatnot that do that for them, and then they just pin it or whatever. But, I just do it preemptively because I know people are going to want those. So I hope those are helpful. That way you can jump around and whatnot. But yeah, if you'd like to request your own videos, you can do so at ToddReacts.com. As you see before you, the season and series tiers are how you do so. So go ahead and check that out. If you have any videos in mind, maybe, you had something in mind. Maybe it's a music video. Maybe it's a nature documentary. Who knows? Maybe it's whatever. Whatever you have in mind, I'm certainly open to it. The only rules of the channel are nothing political, because basically you can get that literally everywhere else. Literally everywhere else. So this is the one little escapism we all have, that we can just enjoy entertainment and all that goodness and really escape. Because, the world is full of all that stuff. So it's just kind of a nice way to sequester ourselves for a little bit of, retreat from the world. So go ahead and check that out today. And while you're there, check out the winter collection of merch, all designed by me. Ships all over the world, as you saw in the ad at the beginning. 15% off for all members of the website as well. I am currently wearing the hooded long sleeve tee in this color, as you can see. It's the sizing is very inclusive. Got extra small all the way to 2XL. And if you're worried or wondering about those sizes, you just hit the size guide. It'll bring up literally all the measurements you need to make sure it'll fit. Inches, centimeters, all that good stuff. As I said for this one, this is so soft you could sleep in it. I thought that was the right thing to put on the website because frankly, it is true. This thing is ridiculously soft. Lots of great items here, obviously to keep you warm. The bomber jacket, denim jacket, rain resistant, wind resistant jacket as well. We got a little the brand new knitted sweater, knitted crew neck, very cool. You've definitely seen me in the long sleeve tee. You've definitely seen me in the premium sweatshirt. If you watch stream, you'll pretty much catch everything. Lots of great items there. Also, and lots of colors as well to choose from. I try to make as many of those available as possible. There are some colors that just don't quite work, and I don't make those available, but most of them do work. Check out the accessories as well. These are pretty constant. There are some additions every time a new collection's released, so always check back. This is one of them. This is the rocks glass. Got an energy drink in there. And no, it's not food dye. I guess it's got some sort of natural coloring in there, which is just off-putting, that color. But it's better than the radioactive yellow that I've had for the past couple streams. This is the insulated tumbler, as you see. I use it for pretty much every stream. Phone case, literally attached to my phone. And the water bottle I take into work, and I literally use that every day at work. So it's been run through the paces for sure. And yeah, so go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions or anything like that regarding something from the store, you can come down here to the contact page. Actually, I'm covering on it. I'm pretty sure I'm covering it. There we go. Contact page all the way at the bottom. Hit that. And then right at the top here, for all store inquiries, contact at support.toddreacts.com, and that'll actually get you in touch with a customer support team. They will be able to help in any way possible. If you have questions or anything like that, they're certainly available all day and night. And with everything, as you'll see here, this little section, quality guarantee and returns. Quality is guaranteed. If there's a print error or visible quality issue, we'll replace it or refund it. General returns are not accepted, or like size-related returns, but if there's any sort of quality issue, it will be returned, or replaced or refunded. So go ahead and check that out. I think that's a good policy, honestly. I don't set those policies, but I think they are good. I like the fact that quality is guaranteed. Especially when I'm buying something, I want it to be guaranteed. So I'm glad it's available for you all as well. And the customer service, I've interacted with them quite a few times, just to like ask questions and whatnot, and they've been very responsive. So I do have high remarks for them, high regard and everything like that. Go ahead and check out the YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is right there. It is right there. I love that zoom in. It is right there, right under the title and everything. Just go ahead and click that button if you're watching on the website. If you're watching in the app, hit it. I think it's towards the top, if I'm not mistaken. Or if you're pulling on a video or pulling up a video, it's like right under the video. What else? If you're watching on TV, just grab your phone or mobile device or computer or something like that. Subscribe via there. It's just easier, frankly. Unless you're signed in on the TV, which is a whole process. But go ahead and subscribe to the channel today. I appreciate it. If you've already subscribed, I appreciate you more. But you can also join that group if you just hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I appreciate anybody's time that they allow me to have in their life. I appreciate it greatly. I think I made this announcement for sure. But yeah, we're over 5 million views of the channel lifetime. That is wild. Over 5 million. That's unbelievable. So thank you. If you've given me just one, hey, thank you. I am forever grateful. And yeah. Last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and plug the Discord, shall we? Discord is available. It is free. It's a community of viewers like you. Go ahead and join it today. There's over 100, I think it's 174 members of the Discord right now. Awesome stuff. Lots of great conversations going on. People always joining and whatnot. It's fantastic. It's truly been amazing. It started off with just the members of the website. And then I opened it up to everyone and said, you know what? I think it'd be smart to have like a community where, you know, we can all get together and talk about these things that we're passionate about. And it's just kind of a nice way for me to get in touch with you all outside of the YouTube comments and whatnot, or in chat on Twitch. It's just been way nicer because you can have much more in-depth conversations. There's a bit of back and forth. It's way better. You can put in memes and videos and Instagram posts and everything like that. Like, it's just truly awesome. At first, it was a confusing platform, but once you get used to it, you're just like, oh, this is great. This is fantastic. Tons of great channels here. If you don't see one or you want to make one, just request it in the request a channel right here, and we'll make it for you, and you'll have it. You could talk to people that are interested in what you're into, and it's amazing. General lobby, that's just general talk. Updates from me, that's if anything, you know, were to happen. Maybe stream's delayed, maybe it's not. It's a mini family, indeed, Rocco Kitty, indeed. Any sort of news regarding the channel and whatnot, you'll see it there. If there's any sort of giveaway news, it's in the new giveaway channel. It's brand new. Obviously, you can see a bunch of fandoms here. I'll just scroll through it kind of fast, but you can slow it down if you want, or pause, or just join. Lots of great community posts and what am I looking for? What's the channels? There we go. Lots of great community channels available as well, as you could see. There's lots of fun stuff you could do. But everyone's very nice. It's been very pleasant. We haven't had to boot anyone from the Discord, which is incredible. Incredible. I mean, if you've been online for more than 2 seconds, you realize that's a heck of a feat. And I owe it all to you. You're all very open and just not terrible people, from all I can gather, which is amazing. It's been really amazing. Just a true blessing to have such a nice, open, I don't know, wonderful. Wonderful is the word that comes to mind. Wonderful community. It's been truly amazing to see, considering how toxic a lot of places can be. If you've ever been on X/Twitter, if you've ever been on Facebook, I'm sure you know. So it's been pretty amazing. And even in the YouTube comments, it can get crazy, but honestly, it hasn't been very crazy on my channel, which is really amazing and a testament to you all. So thanks. You make the job much more enjoyable. And yeah, join today. Join today and have some fun. If you're nervous about it, just join. You don't have to say anything. You can check out all the channels, see if you're interested. Totally okay. We don't force you to talk. But join today. That way you keep up to date with everything. And if you like something and you want to put your 2 cents in, we certainly welcome it. But yeah, as you can see at the top here as well, you get a link to the live stream channel, the twitch.tv/ToddReacts. So you can join when live, and it literally tells you it's happening now. And that's obviously where I'll be posting a bunch of, you know, updates in the coming weeks as well for other lives and whatnot. So join today. And yeah, Let's go ahead and jump into the first video of the day, first member requested video of the day. It is Void Styles from Teen Wolf, entitled Copycat. Interesting. Not exactly sure how this is going to go. Haven't heard much about Void Styles. I've seen a lot written about it so far. So, should be interesting. Let's go ahead and jump into it. I don't think we're going to need closed captioning for this, so I'm going to go ahead and make it larger. There we go. And let's go. It's a quick one. It's just 2 minutes and 46 seconds.
What the hell is happening to me? We'll figure it out. You're gonna be okay. Am I?
Don't be cautious, don't be kind. You committed, I'm your crime. Push my button anytime. You got your finger on the trigger, but your trigger finger's mine. Silver dollar, golden flame. Dirty water.
You think Styles, skinny, defenseless Styles, is the Nagitsune? A powerful, dark spirit?
Everybody knows my name. By the way, you've been uninvited, 'cause all you say
What's up, Andy?
are all the same things I did.
Hello, welcome in. And I'm glad you're subscribed. Finally.
Styles may be your best friend. He might be like a brother to you, but he is Nogitsune now. He is void.
Nagitsune feeds
He is void.
of chaos, strife, pain.
Watch your tone, you better love me, 'cause you're just
Chaos is
a
coming
clown. By the way, you've been
You're not my son.
uninvited, 'cause all you say are all the same things I did. Copycat, tryna cut my man. Watch your back when
You'll be screaming.
Copycat, tryna cut my glimmer. That's outside, but you can't have mine.
Just let me out.
Sorry.
Just let me out.
I'm
Let me out.
sorry. Psych. By the
Oh.
way, you've been uninvited, 'cause all you say are all the same things I did. Copycat, tryna cut my man. Watch your back when you can't watch mine.
I will say this, Dylan O'Brien is a fantastic actor. I've seen him in, everything I've seen him in, basically. Love and Monsters was a good one. Certainly the Maze Runner series was excellent. There's something about him that's very, convincing. Like, you lose sight of who the heck he is, and you just immediately go into whatever character he's trying to portray. It's very interesting. Like, very few actors of certainly this age are able to pull that off. Like, very often I'm watching someone and I'm just like, there's moments where you get taken out of it and you just instantly see the actor instead of the character. But I've never had that with him. It's very interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that he's not like an A-lister, but he's close. He's like a B-lister, B+, somewhere around there. Like, he's been in so many good things and obviously headlined a bunch of stuff. But he's just, I don't know, something about him is kind of like it's like a supporting actor, but they're actually leading the way and they're actually good. It's very strange.
Copycat, tryna cut my glimmer. That's outside, but you can't have mine.
I'll say this. It's very much like, what comes to mind is you don't expect the performance to be as good as it is for some reason. Maybe that's, my own mindset or something, but obviously he seems young. He's playing a bunch of teenager stuff, obviously Teen Wolf, right? Um, but you don't expect a really solid performance. And obviously, the dead look in his eyes was pretty captivating in this. I mean, it's he pulls it off very well. But his leading of the Maze Runner series was fantastic. Love and Monsters, I think, was really good performance. Story was, what it is. The movie is what it is, but the performance by him was very good. You wanted him to find her, right? And then obviously it turned ugly, but you wanted it. You wanted it. He portrayed a lovesick kid pretty well. What that's gonna do in future roles and stuff like that, I have no idea. You're gonna be able to keep it up? No clue. I recently saw him in a movie. What was it called? I've been thinking about it constantly. Let me see if I can find out the title of it. It was Caddo Lake. Caddo Lake. Caddo Lake. It was an M. Night Shyamalan. I believe that's how you say his name. M. Night Shyamalan movie. I don't know. Something about it was just... It's one of those movies. It doesn't happen often where you're constantly reflecting on it and you're just constantly thinking about it. And you're just like, that was an interesting story, or that was an interesting take on it, or whatever. That's one of those where I look back on. Obviously, Interstellar is certainly one of those that I keep looking back on. Just like, damn, that was a really good story. Matthew McConaughey killed that role. Yeah, Caddo Lake. Check it out if you haven't. It's not the strongest story in the world, but something about it is just fascinating to me. It's about time travel and all that stuff. Like, it's very interesting. And it will leave you thinking. I'm going to throw a like on that. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. We'll throw it some much deserved love. Let's go ahead and bring up some information here on Teen Wolf. And, of course, Boyd Styles. Teen Wolf Supernatural Fantasy Horror Drama Television Series. Boy, that's a lot. Supernatural Fantasy Horror Drama. A lot of genres. Very loosely based on the 85 film, starring Michael J. Fox, of course. The series follows the teenage Scott McCall, who, when accompanying his best friend Styles into the woods of their hometown one night, was bitten by a mysterious and ferocious beast. He soon learned that the beast was an alpha werewolf, and that he himself had now been turned into a beta werewolf, forcing him to learn how to control his new powers and urges with the help of Styles and Derek Hale. Mysterious and brooding beta werewolf, who just returned to Beacon Hills upon hearing the death of his sister Laura, all the while Scott struggles to keep his supernatural identity a secret from his mother and his new girlfriend, who is unknowingly a member of an ancient family of werewolf hunters. That's not great. Scott's transformation into a werewolf then becomes a catalyst for an onslaught of supernatural disaster to occur in the town, caused by fellow werewolves. Canamas, druids, assassins, were-jaguars, didn't know that was a thing, berserkers, dread doctors, and chimeras, to name a few. Wow. Expand 6 seasons and 100 episodes. Pretty amazing. Second half of the final season aired in 2017. Why does that seem like yesterday, but it's not? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was 7 years ago. Soon to be 8 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. What a time warp. Speaking of time warps and time traveling, I feel like we have. Like we went into a black hole or something. First season's review were seen as generally positive by professional critics. We're surprised by the cinematic quality, not typically found on MTV. Yeah, MTV was, no. MTV was, dating shows and Next and music videos, and although that was way back in the day. Around this point, yeah, it was mostly dating shows, like reality shows and stuff. I'm assuming, yeah, I can't think of another thing that came around at this point. I mean, the only thing I could think of is Laguna Beach, which came out in 2006, I want to say, 2005, something like that, which is, again, a reality show that had couples in it and everything. Not a dating show per se, but more reality of high schoolers. So yeah, not a lot of competition on MTV. It was given a 61 out of 100 by Metacritic, making it the second highest rated MTV scripted series after Awkward. The second and third seasons each saw ratings and reviews even higher than the seasons that preceded them. Wow. Former getting a positive feedback from 80% of critics on Rotten Tomatoes, and the latter receiving 100% positive feedback. That's awesome. Holy crap. That's pretty good. That's pretty good if you can go on and the seasons just get higher and higher and higher. Wow. Okay, how to pronounce this? Nogetsune, something like that. The primary antagonist, which is just, I mean, good grief. That's brutal. That's brutal. Oh my gosh. Underground Bunker of 2026. Boy, that's coming up fast, isn't it? Primary antagonist for the final 12 episodes of Teen Wolf Season 3 and Teen Wolf the Movie. He was first trapped inside a glass jar within the roots of the Nemeton until the events of Lunar Eclipse freed it. It was trapped in a jar made of Nemeton wood during the events of the Divine Move. Nogetsune was released from the jar by a human accomplice in 2026. Described as a dark kitsune, the Nogetsune possesses the body of an individual for no other purpose than to create chaos on which it then feeds. While the creature can be summoned, it is dangerous. Once it is present, it cannot be controlled. The role of the Nogetsune was shared between Dylan O'Brien, Styles, and Aaron Hendry, who portrayed the creature in its bandaged and bomber jacket original form. Which is that? Immortal Trickster Spirit. Interesting occupation. Aliases Void, Dark Kitsune, Void Styles. Wow, that is just gnarly. It looks like Nosferatu, doesn't it? And then I don't even know what this is. This is just gnarly. Abilities. Gotta figure this out. Mass hallucinations. The Nogetsune was able to give Scott, Styles, Lydia, and Kira the same hallucination of being in a snowy garden when they were actually still outside the school. Emotional vampirism. Nogetsune Styles absorbs and feeds on negative emotions caused by pain, chaos, and strife. That's why it causes chaos, right? He did this directly through physical contact with Scott. The Nogetsune also seems to draw them from chaotic events around him. Possession. The fox spirit can possess its primary host, and though the use of its files that comes from within the host body possesses others. This ability seems to work on dead bodies as well as Corporal Rees was apparently dead when the spirit took him. Instantaneous transport. In the first instance, it's unclear if this is an actual ability or simply a dramatic device employed by the writers. Second time it happened, he was with the Oni, so it's unclear if he did the transporting. Enhanced abilities. Nogetsune Styles employed strength and fighting skills on par with other supernatural creatures in the show. Weaknesses. That's a good one to know. Wolf Lichen. Grown in an area where another Nogetsune bled was shown to briefly incapacitate the creature. Mental attack. While fully possessing a host body, the Nogetsune seemed almost indestructible. Its grip was loosened by Scott and Lydia inside Styles' mind, so the Nogetsune created a new Void Styles. The new host body seemed weaker, but was slowly stealing Styles' life force to sustain itself. That's why the dead look in the eyes, void Styles. Kind of makes sense. Transformation, Foxfire's sword. Kira's sword, once enhanced with Foxfire, helped finish off the Nagatsune's host body, but the spirit itself survived. Now it's on wood, originally contained in, right. After its final human-shaped body is destroyed, it returned to the form of a housefly and is recaptured inside a box made from the wood of the Nemeton. Okay. Interesting. All right, so this was the second half of season 3. On set, the production used the term Void Styles to differentiate between the primary good character and the evil Nagatsune-possessed version of Styles, as each had different makeup, costuming, and lighting effects. Fans soon picked up the term and spread it through social media. Writers of Teen Wolf incorporated the term into the show during season 5. That's so cool. That is so cool that they were just like seeing this and, oh, people caught on and it seems like they really like it. So they just threw it into the show. That's awesome. That's so cool. That is what you want from writers, to be able to pivot or like include something that's caught fire or whatnot. I think that's awesome. After dying during a symbolic sacrifice to save his father, Styles' soul is left vulnerable to influence by an ancient Japanese spirit. He's possessed by the Nagatsune and wreaks havoc on his friends. Thanks to an intervention by Scott and Lydia, Styles is able to escape the void spirit's grasp. They separate into 2 distinct beings, Void Styles and Styles. The original is left severely weakened as a result. Styles returns to normal after Scott destroys Void Styles with a bite. Interesting. Very, very cool. Interesting monster, for sure. Very, very interesting. I like the fact that it probably puzzles them quite a bit to be able to defeat it. The Nagatsune is overly fond of riddles, riddling at Styles throughout his attempts to possess his body. Examples of riddles. Nagatsune had asked Styles in episode 18, season 3B, what is bigger the more you take away? A hole. What gets wetter the more it dries? A towel. These are not great riddles. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. Oh my gosh. What is this, dad humor? What's going on here? Everyone has it, but no one can lose it. What is it? A shadow. I kind of like that one. The rest of them, not great. Especially the first one. Maybe, actually, no. The second one's probably the worst. That's kind of interesting, though. That's a good way to tease the character, for sure. And I'm sure Styles was just getting driven mad with that. Apparently, there's another one. It's not the same spirit that possessed Styles. That's interesting. Okay. We got multiple Nagatsunes. Very interesting. All right. Let's hop into the next video. It is Family by Choice. This is a TikTok compilation. Just a quick note that I was given. Let's see here. Let's see. Seems to have an adopted siblings with romantic feelings plot from the synopsis. So just a heads up on that. Adopted siblings with romantic feelings. So wait a minute. Wasn't that like, oh gosh, what was that show? Oh no. What is that called? Oh my gosh. Why is that not coming to me right now? That's, What is that called? The Fosters. The Fosters. Yes. I forgot about that. I couldn't think of the name. Dang it. Yeah, blended families, foster care. Yeah. Callie and David. Pretty sure. Callie was definitely one of them. She was definitely involved. They have one biological son, David, and 4 adopted teenagers. The family also includes Callie, foster teen who was placed in their home. That's it. Yeah, that was interesting. That was very, very interesting. That kind of reminds me of it. Maybe it's not exact 1-to-1, but yeah, just a heads up on that. Let's go ahead and adjust this for a TikTok. I think we just need... We'll start it like this, but I don't know if we're going to need full screen or not. I don't think we are. Let's go ahead and make this a little smaller. Boom. All right, this is Family by Choice TikTok compilation. Let's go ahead and get started.
아닌데요? 저희 하나도 안 기구한데요? 세상에 평범한 사람이 어디 있고 사연 하나 없는 집이 어디 있어요? 다 각자 나름 스페셜한 거지. 아이 하나, 아이 다 스페셜하지.
스페셜한 거야?
I'm in the water, nobody's son, nobody's daughter, watching the chemtrails over the country club, suburban.
정말요? 진짜? 진짜로 그래 보여.
Wait a minute, this video was posted a day ago? Holy crap.
Rumors are terrible and cruel, but most of them are true.
Boy, kids can be really cool. But then again, if you had siblings or have siblings, you would know that, you know, sometimes it can get a little crazy. Definitely.
뭐야? 무슨 냄새야?
뭐 하는 거야?
혼자 비싼 거 쓴다.
God, isn't that so accurate? Constantly using each other's products.
울었는데?
울었다. 무서워. 내도 다리한테 너희 엄마 너무하다고 대놓고 말할래.
왜?
와, 네 엄마랑 사이 안 좋나? 아니야.
Ooh, that got real awkward fast.
너도 오빠 있었으면 좋았을 텐데.
내려갈래? 이왕이면
Nothing like it, not like the way you move. I can try, but I can't hide it from you. 'Cause I can't wait for you.
Mama's only gone for the moment. Now, hush, little baby, don't you cry. Everything's gonna be alright. Stiffen that up a lip up, little lady. I told ya, daddy's here to hold ya through the night. I know mommy's right here, right now, and we don't know why. We feel how we feel inside. It may seem a little crazy, pretty baby, but I promise mama's gonna be alright. And if you ask me to, daddy's gonna buy you a mocking.
Honestly, that's one of Eminem's best songs, if I'm being honest.
For you, I'ma sing for you. I'll do anything for you to see you smile. And if the mockingbird don't sing and that ring don't shine, I'ma break that birdie's neck. I go back to the jeweler who sold it to you and make him eat every carrot. Don't f with that.
Definitely one of his better songs.
나 좋았는데.
Put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down.
혹시 뒤에서 나보고 막 또라이라는 이야기도 해?
내가 사고 치지 말라고 했지.
Obviously, they all have a very good relationship, from what I can see.
장애준방 구경할래?
주인 없는 방에 함부로 들어가는 거 아니야?
It's true. Good point. Oh. Got corrupted. Got corrupted. Bad influence.
친구 김사라한테 마음다야 100%다 100%야 잘 어울린다.
And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn as the men masqueraded. I hoped you'd return with your feet on the ground. Tell me all that you've learned, 'cause love's never lost when perspective is earned. And you said you'd come and get me, but you were 25 and the shelf life of those fantasies has expired. Lost to the lost boys chapter of your life. Forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried to hold on to the days when you were mine. 잘난 척하고 싶다는.
That is so poignant. Life goes on. Time doesn't stop for anyone. So if you're going to make a move or you want to do something or you want to make a choice or decision, you got to do it. You got to do it. And depending on the timing, that can affect everything, right? It's unbelievable how time and life works like that. Timing is everything. That is such a well thought out saying. We are a accumulation of all our decisions and timing.
닮았지?
그러면요.
오빠도 동생 보고 싶으면 혼자 사진 보면 돼.
소정이 네 잘못 아니다.
Oh, jeez.
보고 싶다. 소정이.
그러다 아예 못 보면요. 한번 고백하면 고백하기 전으로 못 돌아가잖아요.
가고 싶어.
야, 내도 안다. 네 사나 좋아하지?
언제까지 이렇게 둔하게 날 친구로만 대할래 내가 원하는 건 그게 아닌데 시그널 보내 시그널 보내 지릿지릿
Well, look, some of us are blind to the signals, okay? Gosh, I think we've all been there.
We played dumb, we know exactly what we're doing. We cried tears of mascara in the bathroom. Honey, life is just a classroom. Cause baby, I can build a castle out of all the bricks they threw at me. And every day is like a battle, but every night with us is like a dream. Baby, we're the new romantics. Come on, come along with me. Heartbreak is the national anthem. We sing it proudly. We are too busy dancing to get knocked off our feet. Baby, we're the new romantics. The best people in life are free.
너 용서하려고. 엄마도 너 용서해보려고.
무슨 용서요?
너랑 소정이 둘뿐이었잖아. 그때 사나도 같이 있었잖아. 소정이랑 단둘이 있었잖아. 걔 뭐 했대?
Oh, what? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Am I realizing what the heck that was mentioning? Spidey senses are going off. Spidey senses are tingling.
남의 자식이라고 생각은 안 했습니다.
Thankful you don't send someone to kill me.
깜깜한 사람 없는 데 가서 너 이제 고1이야. 매출업 올라야 해.
You were the best, but you were the worst. As sick as it sounds, I loved you first. I was a dick, it is what it is. I happened to kick the age-old curse. I tend to laugh.
내가 말하고 올까? 한 번 말하면 못 알아들어? 머리가 그렇게 나빠? 뭐? 엄마랑 나랑은 그런 사이 아니라고.
아니, 나는 그런 게 아니고.
적어도 너네 엄마는 너 데리러 온다고 거짓말이라도 하는 건지.
This has some pretty deep like themes to it.
You were born reaching for your mother's hands, victim of your father's plans to rule the world. Too afraid to step outside, paranoid and petrified of what you've heard.
우리 가족 아니야. 여자 아빠. 매출업 온라인 아니야.
내가 용서하려고 하기 전에 네가 먼저 와서 빌었어야 되는 거 아니야? 이게 다 누구 때문인데?
그만하세요.
내가 왜 그만해야 되는데? 네가 잘못했는데 왜 나한테 뭐라 그러냐고?
Oh gosh. Come on now. Ooh. Well, that'll mess a kid up. Good grief.
it all just stopped. I never thought it would come to this.
알겠어. 네가 책임져야 한다는 거에 우린 없다는 거잖아. 알아들었다고. 가족 그런 거 아니고요. 그냥 옛날 동거인입니다. 10년 얼굴 안 보고 살았으면 남 아니에요.
I mean, kind of.
사실 엿바꿔 먹었으면 웃어주시나 말든가. 그거 왜 받아주는 건데?
Oof, that relationship with mom is not great.
원래 애들은 크면 다 집 떠나는 거야. 너 언제까지 아빠랑 같이 살아? 잘 돼서 오라고 너 보내는 거 아니야. 가서 너 하고 싶은 거 마음껏 다 해보라고 보내주는 거지. 가서 너무 애쓰지 말고 이만하면 됐다 싶거든. 아무 때나 돌아와. 응? 알았지?
Oh.
가족 관계는 아닙니다.
네. 가족 그런 거 아니고요. 그냥 옛날 동거인입니다. 10년 얼굴 안 보고 살았으면 남 아니에요?
Seems odd because they were so close, obviously, when they were housemates. Oh gosh.
괜찮은 척하지 말고 어른 척하지 말고.
Well, that's what you do when you're a kid and you go through stuff, you know? You mature quickly and then you just hide it. Because, you know, if you're in that situation and trauma and issues are going on, who do you go to? If it's being perpetrated by your parents or whatever, you isolate, right? Bring it in, interior, and then you just kind of boil on the inside. Obviously, that's not good long term, but kids don't know any better, of course.
가족 아니야. 너랑 나랑 피가 섞여서 외성이 같아야 돼. 나는 김사라고 너는 윤주원이야.
가서 너 하고 싶은 거 마음껏 다 해보라고 보내주는 거지. 이만하면 됐다 싶거든. 아무 때나 돌아와. 다쳤을 때 그때 많이 아팠냐고. 그 집 식구들도 갑자기 애 생겼잖아. 생각보다 신경 많이 못 썼을 거야.
뭐야?
야, 오지 말라고 호사지내봐라. 안 오나?
고생했어. 고생 많았어. 많이 컸네 우리 아들.
내가 좋아하는 사람이 나 안 좋아한다고요?
Hmm.
그래서 나 속상하다고.
Well, that happens. I'm sure we've all been through something similar. It's brutal. It is brutal.
우리가 어떻게 되든 말든 너 가족 버리고 갔잖아. 이거 다쳤잖아. 왜 네 오빠만 엮이면 꼭 이렇게 사고가 나?
김사나 못 가요. 아닌데요? 김사나랑 엮이면 좋은 일만 가득한데요?
Constantly defending him.
너무 놀래가지고 아무 못 가라. 가자. 그러는 게 누군데? 다시는 김사나 안 보내요.
애들 덕분에 내가 제대로 사는데 내가 감사해야지. 애들이 뭘 그렇게 잘못했다고.
Send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
보고 싶었어.
These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call. Then I think about summer, all the beautiful times I watched you laughing from the passenger side and realized I loved you in the fall. And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love and all I gave you was goodbye.
I gotta say, Taylor Swift songs kind of hit on these compilations.
엄마 웃는 거 보고 가면 그래도 잘 살았다 다행이다 싶었다가 근데
Obviously, there was a bit of a falling out here.
엄마가 버리고
There's gotta be a reason why he just disappeared for a decade.
이러고 아파하는 이유가 내 신세 모를 그렇다. 우리 가족 아니야. 나는 김사라고 너는 윤주원.
혼자서 이만큼 대견하게 크는 동안 얼마나 애를 썼을지, 얼마나 망설였을지.
근데 그게 뭐? 어쩌라고? 다 지난 일인데. 가족 아니잖아. 김, 양. 그리고 난 윤인데 어떻게 가족이야?
내가 돌아오느라 힘들어서 여기서 지키고 있는 힘든다고 생각했어. 미안해. 정말 미안해.
좋아해서. 좋아하는데 어쩌라고?
언젠가는 우리도 괜찮아질 줄 알았어.
Great song.
엄마 때문에 힘든 게 아직 좀 그리워.
이제 인사도 안 하니?
니만 확인해 내지 않게. 엄마가 없으면 안 된다고 생각했던 거였어. 나만. 조금만
lot of processing in this show, it seems. A lot of processing.
오늘 다리 제가 좀 데려가겠습니다. 내 만나볼래?
네?
그냥 내 해라. 이 잘한다 아이가. 덕달.
네?
야, 네 얘기 좀 해봐라. 억수로 이쁜 일이면. 아 맞다.
별로예요.
아이가. 네 똑똑하지. 착하지. 힘내고 살수 있어. 김사나 요 한 달 있어요.
I don't know about that last one.
얘기 안 껴들었으면 좋겠는데.
근데 김사나 얘기면 제가 또 완전남은 아니라가요.
Got a few thirst traps in here. It happens. It happens.
김사나한텐 형제여서 저한텐 오빠여서 혼날 때 일부러 웃어주고 그래서 우리가 이렇게 다 잘 사는 거야.
One night he wakes, strange look on his face, pauses, then says, "You're my
이래저래
best
중요 안 하라고.
friend," and you knew what it was. He is in love. You can hear it in the silence, silence. You can feel it on the way home, way home. You can see it with the lights out, lights out. You're in love, true love.
아줌마가 무릎 꿇으실 때 제대로 알았어요. 희준이는 버림받은 적이 없구나.
사랑이 뭘까?
What is love? Baby don't hurt me, baby don't hurt me. No more.
난 아빠 딸이니까 피가 섞였으니까 원래 그런 거라고 하니까 사랑이 너무 당연한데
I mean, yeah, that should be the starting point, right?
아빠한테 김사나랑 강해주는 남이잖아. 너 어떻게 그렇게 사랑해?
저 밥 좀 주세요. 내가 내 손으로 씻기고 입히고 먹이고 그렇게 다 키웠는데 피가 섞이고 안 섞이고 어딨어?
That's sweet. Dang. that was really nice. Very beautiful.
One person, but to one person, you may be the world. 나중에
Yeah. Checks out. I have no idea how they keep their uniforms looking so good. Mine would look atrocious by the end of the first month of school.
가지 말라고 냈었지.
Shoes alone would be just ruined.
너무 헤어지기 싫어서.
Excellent, excellent, excellent compilation. Go ahead and throw that a like. Literally, one day ago, 23 views. So, link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some love. Check out the channel. They might have other videos. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, awesome. Cool. Very nicely done. I like the fact that credits were always there for the video creators and whatnot. So excellent. What's up, Shadow King? Welcome in. Welcome in. All right, let's pull in some information on Family by Choice. A very interesting, definitely a deep show. Like, there is a lot involved in that. Certainly a lot of interesting topics for sure. You know, between the adopted siblings kind of romance thing, which is, you know, what it is. It is what it is, I suppose, but very weird. Very weird on the surface, but I'm sure there's more to it. Let's go ahead and bring up some information, kind of figure out this show a little bit more, hopefully get a little bit more in touch with what it's about. On MDL, it got an 8.7, which is really high for MDL. Typically, this website deals with review bombing and all that stuff, and maybe they, you know, kind of like the show, or maybe they like the actors in the show, and then they just give it a perfect 10 out of 10. So the ratings are very hit or miss, but anything over 8, I would say, is probably worth at least one watch, one episode or whatever. See if you like it. Despite not being biologically related, Kim, Yoon, and Kang share a close bond with each other. The trio spent their adolescence raised by Juwon's father, Jong, and San's father, Dae, who did their best to give them a happy childhood as they healed from past trauma. I mean, we got a little glimpse of it. They kind of hinted at it in some of those edits, but yeah, the past trauma looked pretty bad, honestly. On reaching adulthood, however, San and Hae sought out their biological families, leaving Juwon behind. 10 years later, the 5 members of their found family reunite, but things aren't the same as they used to be. Juwon holds some resentment after feeling abandoned by her brothers. Yeah, I would say so. If you disappear for 10 years, I get it. You're trying to find your biological families, of course, but also just disappearing for 10 years is wild. While the two boys are struggling with their own familial issues, and one is struggling with new romantic feelings for Juwon. Oh, that's an interesting reunion. Can these chosen siblings work out their feelings with each other, and will romance form between them? Hey, that is interesting. That is a very interesting topic. Wow. Found family. Looking at some tags here. Slice of life, bromance, friendship, estranged parent, emotionally strong female lead. Yeah, that is boy. Interesting take on a found family. Obviously, when romance sparks and any sort of sibling is involved, it raises red flags instantly, of course. Overall, it seemed like a pretty decent show. That's probably why it has such a high rating. In terms of modern C-dramas, no offense to anyone, but in my opinion, they're just a little too long and sometimes tell the story with a bit too many unnecessary side stories. Interesting. First 2 episodes are really good. In terms of the acting, really doing well so far. It's worth watching. Don't listen to anyone. Don't listen to anyone. I mean, yeah, I'm giving it 1 episode, you know, first episode a try. I don't see any harm in that. The K-drama fan and C-drama fan, really love Go Ahead series, and I also look forward to seeing this, because in C-drama the whole series was 40 episodes, so making it into 16 sounds kind of tough, but believe me, this story is just wow. I mean, if you're able to do that, bring it from 40 episodes to 16, you would hope they would pick the strong parts of it, and it would be excellent, but you never know. You never quite know. Am I the only one who cried a lot while watching the series? As a standalone... Oh, here we go. This I like. As a standalone, I guess it's decent, but as an adaptation, I'm afraid it suffers greatly in comparison. The beginning of the drama had me full of hope for what was to come. I thought the director was spot on in carrying over the key events of the story that were pivotal, but giving a small touch of his take. Everything felt familiar, yet different, and I was glad that I relived the beautiful story again in a different manner. Found myself constantly smiling, especially whenever the 3 kiddos appeared. I'm sure that's beautiful. While it was preserving most of the original's core, subtly you can see things changing in different moments. Some of them were done, understandably, to fit the Korean landscape better than some of them that were done simply as a result of being different. I get that every director wants to interpret a story in their own artistic manner, and I don't think anyone would be satisfied in simply copying something exactly. Yeah, you can't really do that. And I can respect that. After all, it's an adaptation, not a copy. I also understand it's much shorter with 16 episodes compared to 40 in the original. Good grief. Now I know why it looked familiar. I watched part of the C-drama one. Nice. Yeah. I don't like how from the get-go, Sanha is behaving more like a lover than a brother, and how from this early the motives of many of his actions, are out of romantic feelings and not brotherly love. That calm and composed natural genius and reliable anchor of the siblings' character in the original got dumbed down into a typical K-drama, love-chasing oppa. They made his character into this lover boy who is constantly chasing after his sister's attention. The amount of attention he spends on his younger brother and father makes it feel like he's only here for Juwon since day one. Oh, that's interesting. In the original, I didn't think of them becoming a couple until much later, post-time skip. Interesting. Okay. I wonder if they felt like they had to do that because of the shortened time and the amount of episodes. This show got them behaving like lovers from the beginning, which just didn't feel right to me. Complexity behind his collected nature is someone who carried the burden of being perfect because of the trauma of his past feels insignificant now because of this lover boy character. Oh, interesting. So he should be more like jaded, trying to figure it out, and then eventually come around to that. Yeah, I could see how that would be a bit disappointing, especially if they took some time to kind of work through that in the original. I don't like how insecure Juwon is about the siblings not having the same surname. In the original, that would have been the least of her concerns, and she would have beat the heck out of anyone who says they are not family. The 3 siblings do not even look like they believe they are family to begin with, other than Juwon. 3 siblings also treat the opposite fathers as just uncles and don't relate to them as the other father. In the original, it was never said but always strongly implied that this was a household where one assumed the father's role of providing money and the other took the role of the mother, carrying on a deeper level, providing food and warmth for the kids when they return home. Doesn't feel the same here. Something is just missing. The thing that I dislike the most is how the family-centric theme that was key in the C-drama is not as present here, and they introduced the romance way too early that destroyed some of the innocence of it for me. Many of the emotional scenes just don't hit the same. I get that the director wants this to be his own drama, but I don't think he did a great job of trying to blend in his new with the original plot. I feel like the director missed the essence of the original. The decision in most of the change of characterization and the choice to omit certain side characters makes it almost seem like he never watched the original. Honestly, I can't remember what it was, but it was a show or movie. I can't even remember at this point. There's been so many different movies and shows that I've reacted to and whatnot, but trying to remember. I think it was Star Wars related or something. Like the writers hadn't even seen like other movies in the collection, and I'm just like, how are you a part of something, as big as Star Wars or whatever it was, and you've never seen the previous work? What? Like, you're going to do it a disservice. Like, you don't know anything about it. How are you writing for it? It was very odd. It was so odd. And they were so proud of never seeing anything like it before. And it's just like, what are you talking about? That doesn't sound right. Like, it sounds like you should be, invested somehow, like a fan of it, Imagine if Peter Jackson tried to make Lord of the Rings and he had never read the books. It's just like, I don't know, I've heard of some characters and we'll just take it from there. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Many of the events that happened in turn felt like they happened as a tick to the checklist of things that needed to be included. They'll focus way too much on the blossoming romance. Okay, so it was very heavy on the romance as opposed to the sibling interactions. And then eventually some romance. It sounds like the original had the romance start after the 10 years. Like during the 10 years that we didn't see. And then obviously introducing that after the 10 years, maybe. Unable to feel the bond between the relationships, and that, to me, is one of the core of the story. The drama very quickly dwindled back into the typical K-drama rom-com with the cliches. Oh boy. The ending, blessed by the happy ever after fairy, tied up all the loose ends quickly and randomly. It was not just that this felt rushed. Well, it's 16 episodes instead of 40. Obviously, you're going to be rushing a little, right? Between Juan and Sanha, when he returned after 10 years, it felt weird. One minute, Juan was still deciding if she was going to forgive them and ease things back like before, and the next minute, they were already kissing. He barely started to chase after her. Well, I guess he started to chase after her as they were children or something. All the romance in this show is pretty much the same too, but I shall not elaborate further. If you look at my watch list, you can see I'm very stingy in giving 10 out of 10 because that is the value I want to give to the score. This honestly seems like a very good review. A trustworthy review, I would assume. Like, they didn't review bomb it. They gave it a 7. So clearly it's worth watching. But maybe if you're a fan of the original, you'll be a little disappointed. 77 people found it helpful. That's a pretty solid take, I think. Whenever you're adapting anything, it's never going to be like the original, obviously. Everybody wants to put their own spin on it, whatnot. But when you have a direct TV show to TV show, it's going to be a little weird. It's going to be a little weird. And especially if you try to like really bring it down in time. 40 episodes to 16? That is a huge deduction. That's wild. Great watch. Masterpiece. Remake didn't get the memo. Ooh. So obviously some of the people that saw the original did not like this. First off, yes, I'm going to compare this to the original. Why? Because it's a remake. Comparisons come with the territory. Like covering a hit song. If you can't hit the notes, people will notice. Dang. That's hilariously true. If you cover a Whitney Houston song and you can't hit some of those notes, or you like auto-tune the heck out of it, people are going to be like, not as good. That's so funny. It's like someone redoing, Hunger Games. It's going to be compared to the original, without a doubt. Romance? What romance? Most of the romantic subplots felt like someone flipped a switch and said, okay, you two are in love now. No build-up, no chemistry. Missing the heart of the original. This remake forgot to be about family. The original had warmth, heart, and genuine found family vibes. Here, that emotional core was nowhere to be found. That seems to be a constant for people that had seen the original and saw this. Wholesome, heartfelt, chosen family. All right. So, I mean, if you've seen the original, there probably isn't much reason for you to check out this one. But if you haven't, honestly, you might really enjoy it. Kind of seems like. Let's see here. 16 episodes, 60 to 70 minutes. All right, so they're kind of long. I'm not sure if that includes ads or not, but wow, it just came out October 9th through the 27th of November, so literally a couple days ago. Wow. Hwang relates to his warm-hearted family by choice character. Every new role, Hwang presents a challenge while he often discovers similarities. He also encounters moments where the character thinks very differently and wonders why they express themselves that way. Only when I fully understand and connect with the character can I truly convince the audience and earn their belief. That's true. If you're half-assing it, excuse my language, you're half backsiding it, people are going to notice. People are going to notice. If you don't, really get into the character and, able to portray it in a convincing way, people are going to be taken right out of it and just see you as an actor. It's hard to explain what that is, but it just breaks the fourth wall. Is that what I'm looking for? Fourth wall? No. The error of disbelief, or something like that. You just immediately get taken out of it. And all of a sudden you're just like, oh, I'm watching a show, or oh, I'm watching a movie. Because you're not convinced. You've completely destroyed it. The illusion, if you will. This mix of challenge and excitement gives me butterflies whenever I take on a new role. And it's this very feeling that makes me love being an actor. Yeah, that would be nerve-wracking, for sure. He discovered plenty of similarities with Kim, the character he plays in Family by Choice. The character most similar to me in real life is Kim. He may come off as a bit cold and inarticulate on the surface, yet he has a warm heart beneath it all, much like myself. What I find challenging in acting is that I need to think deeply about more effective forms of expressions, always ensuring I present and portray the character articulately beyond just words. I deeply understand and emphasized with Kim as he was forced to grow up too soon and enter adulthood by the pain of his childhood. As I portrayed him, I felt a strong urge to protect him, even though he was just a character. Kim carries the weight of deep scars from his past, filled with moments of pain and hurt, yet now he stands with a family that supports one another and heals together. Instead of dwelling on shadows long gone, he strives to look forward. He also seeks the essence of happiness, protecting his loved ones rather than pursuing his own dreams. Though a bit clumsy in his ways, Hart is full of unwavering devotion, placing his family above all else. In their presence, he holds on to the belief that as long as they are by his side, happiness will always be in reach. That is kind of the takeaway of Family, for sure. You've got a solid one. Very much the takeaway. Let's see here. Premise of the show begins right at the very beginning of the three lead story, their childhood. We get to meet them and their situations. 2 boys, 1 girl. Sanha's and Juwan's fathers who come to raise them. And we spend the first 8-ish episodes, so half the episodes, in their teenage years as high schoolers. Immediately we get the sense Sanha has a crush on Juwan, but isn't going to really act on it. So that was that one complaint that we're seeing over and over again. Just immediately happens. At this point in time, they can kind of just see each other as siblings, or at least Juwan does. This sets the scene for how betrayed she feels when she has to come to terms with the fact they are not actually related, nor do they have to live in the same household for most of their lives. But for now, as high schoolers, the boys are some of the most popular people in school, and Juwan has them as her brothers. Life is good when it's like this, until suddenly everything starts to change. I found the high school years of the show to honestly be a bit slow. Kind of wished we started present day and wove in flashbacks. Hejun's father rolls into town eventually with a fancy car, offers to take him to the States. And something happens in Sanha's family. This gets the ball rolling for what will unravel their tightly woven household. Hejun ends up deciding, after talking to Juwan's dad, that the best decision for him is to go to the U.S. At the same time, Sanha also makes a decision to leave town and move to Seoul, Korea. This ends up being the best move for him, as after the time skip, he becomes a doctor. As we can expect, a reunion is due to happen in the second half of the series, despite the underlying tensions they left behind. Juwan carries resentment with her into her adult years because of the fact they left her behind. They even discuss the fact without her knowing. Dang. She becomes a fairly successful cafe owner. When the boys come back into town, she's not going to forgive them that easily because of it. Makes sense, honestly. I can't find any fault with feeling a little resentment. They did definitely up and leave. One definitely gone, U.S. One just taken off into the city. There's also a romance element between Sanha and Juwan, which I found a bit odd for the show. Like, we get the sense that he's always kind of liked her. That was obvious. But she didn't seem to be into that. Now, that into him for a while either. Then when it comes time to confess and talk about feelings, she's smitten. For me, this just doesn't work that well as a romance, and I would have been fine if the show was only about platonic relationships and found families. That kind of makes sense. Unless she was feeling that from the start, just like Sanha was. Because it's just like, why were you... It would have been perfectly fine if they just left it as sibling, platonic, whatever. The question is, like, why were you instantly, like, into it after feelings got talked about? Like, you went from missing them as brothers to somehow really liking one and wanting to get into a relationship. Like, I don't know if that checks out. Like, how do they square that outside of the 40 episodes, which kind of builds on it probably? Overall thoughts... This is just an okay drama. I thought the first half of the series, set during the high school years, has some pacing issues. And when we get towards the end, I also thought it was beginning to slow down too much for me. I mentioned a little bit earlier how I might have been happier if this was a show about platonic relationships. On reflecting on it further, I really do believe in this. Not everything has to have a romantic element. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes, say that for the shippers in the back. And it would have strengthened the family by choice element. Regardless, those elements are still there. I found this concept to be pretty unique and important, but the drama just didn't land on its execution of it for me. Someone else might love this drama, though, and that's okay, of course. Taste is subjective. For me, it was just fine. For them, it's an all-time favorite. That's completely fine, and neither of us are wrong. Yeah. I don't know if you had to say that. But yes, whenever I say a comment that's somewhat negative towards something that I'm reacting to, it doesn't mean it's bad. Like, it's just my thoughts, right? You might love it. You might have, this might be an all-time favorite for you. And any sort of, negative thing that I read, or maybe it's a review or something like that, that's not canceling out the fact that you love it, right? I feel like that goes without saying, but maybe it has to. Maybe it has to be said. So go watch this if you're interested and see it for yourself. Yeah, as I was saying, it's got an 8.7 on, where is it? There it is. It's got an 8.7 on MDL, which is probably worth checking out at least once, one episode, You may read a more negative review and think you might not like it, but you might be surprised. There you go. I totally agree. Reviews are, they are what they are. Someone's already seen it. They're taking their experiences. Maybe they're comparing it to something else, whatever. And they're putting their thoughts on it. their feelings, their history, everything, their mindset, whatever. You never really know. We can kind of base a feeling on it, based on a high average of people, and maybe their opinions all kind of line up in one direction. Then you can kind of go, maybe it's not that good, or maybe I'll check it out. Maybe it's okay. It just depends. But, I'm very much of the mindset of, even if it's terrible and the reviews are just the worst you've ever seen, give it a couple minutes. give it a chance. Who knows? Maybe you'll find something you like about it. That helped me watch so many things. Like, so many things have been just brutally beaten up in Rotten Tomatoes and whatnot. And I checked it out anyway, because I'm like, all right, let's see. Let's see why it's that bad. I want to see it. That makes me interested for some reason. Maybe it shouldn't. That's why I wound up watching Gilly, which is one of the worst rated movies of all time. Because, I don't know. I was like, why is it that bad? Now I'm interested. Once I see, like, oh, this is terribly reviewed or something like that, all of a sudden I'm just like, all right, I'll check it out. Like, look at this. Gilly. 2%. Audience score out of 25,000 plus ratings, 14%. It's widely panned as just being awful. All critics, 6%. And that got me thinking, why? Why is it that bad? Am I going to think it's that bad? I'm going to watch it. And that got me to watch it. Did I think it was that bad? No, I don't think it was that bad. But then again, this is just an average of people saying, yeah, it's not that great. Yeah, it's okay. And it comes out to 6%. Does the 6% of people that like it, no, excuse me. Does the 94% of people that don't like it, does that mean they thought it was the worst movie of all time? No. But there's a lot of people that do think that. But it got me interested. I was like, why? Why is it that bad? So, maybe you're one of those people that you'll see, those reviews and those negative reviews and be like, maybe I'll check it out. Why is it that bad? How are these numbers that low? But that one, Family by Choice, has what? 87%? That's pretty freaking high. So I would say check it out. All right. Next up is Everyone Being Done with JoongDunk, Part 11. Part 11. There has been so many parts. I think it's up to 15 or something like that. I can't remember. But let's go ahead and get started.
Poi.
15 just dropped yesterday. It's amazing. What's going on, Slayer Kitty? Oh. Her face. Oh my gosh, their faces were amazing.
Oh, she said kissing the mouth is the best way.
It's the other people's voices and faces for me. That's unbelievable. Either they're shrieking or they're just cringing in horror. It's amazing. Got him.
อย่างแรกเลยนะ ผมว่าดังเป็นคนที่เหมือนแบบเป็นห้องว่างๆเป็นห้องแบบขาวว่างๆเลยอะ
Where is this going?
มันเหมือนห้องนี้เลยเหมือนแบบเหมือนแทบจะแบบ
Right.
ไม่ใช่ว่างเปล่ามันเหมือนแบบสมมติว่าเราเจอปัญหาต่างๆนานาในชีวิตเข้ามาอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วเรากลับบ้านมาดังเหมือนแบบเป็นห้องที่ว่างเปล่าแล้วเราไปนั่งเราจะแบบรู้สึกคือเหมือนคือในหัวมันจะโล่งหายไปทุกอย่างมันจะหายไปหมดเลยเว้ยแบบเหมือนเราจะแบบนิ่งตามด้วยความที่เขาเป็นใจเย็นใช่ไหม
I guess that makes a little bit more sense.
เอาจริงว่าเขาเป็นคนที่แบบเป็นผู้รับฟังที่ดีแล้วแบบเป็นข้อดีที่แบบผมอยากเอาจากเขามากเลยก็คือเป็นคนที่แบบฟังแล้วก็เก็บทุกอย่างแบบเหมือนแบบถ้าสมมติว่าแบบได้ยินนี่นั่นมาเขาจะเก็บ
ไปรีเนียนกับเพื่อนเก่า
What even was that?
ที่ผมยังไม่เคยรู้จักอะไรอย่างเงี้ย
เราไปเจอเพื่อนที่เราไม่เคยรู้จัก อันนี้เราน้อยใจหรือว่ายังไง
อันนี้บอกประโยคบอกไงบอกเฉยๆ
บอกมาหมี
ไอเราก็เพื่อนเยอะด้วยสิไอเราก็เพื่อนเยอะทีนี้ก็ว้าวุ่นทีนี้ก็ว้าวุ่นเลยเขาถามแล้วเพื่อนคนนี้ใครอ่ะไม่เคยเห็นเลยเราก็มีถามไปบ้างใจบ้าง
You know what that reminded me of? It reminded me of this.
Sometimes I'll start.
It reminded me of this.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way, like an improv conversation. Improvisation.
Classic Remlundskan.
อยากได้ประมาณแบบเฮ้ยเรามาดูหนังกับแฟนอะไรอย่างงี้ย้ำคำว่าแฟนบ่อยจังเลยนะครับจริงๆอันนี้ผมคิดเองนะครับดูหนังกับแฟนอะไรอย่างเงี้ยผมมีช่องบอดแคสต์แฟน
แล้วซื้อมาจริงอ่ะ
ผมซื้อมาจริงนึกว่าผมมาเดินผ่านใช่ไหมแล้วเฮ้ยเอาไม้สวยจังเลยอะไรอย่างเงี้ยนึกว่าเอามาให้ดังผมอยากให้เขาเป็นกิมจิทำไมรู้ไหมเพราะเราอยากเก็บเขาไว้นานๆ
เกิดมานะ ยังไม่เคยได้ยินมุกจีบกันด้วยกิมจิบ้าทำไมได้ฉันบ้าทำไม
คลิปล่าสุดไหมคลิปหนึ่งเปิดประตูมาแล้วเป็นโมเมนต์อะไรกันมีคลิปรถตู้เพราะแจ๊คคือข้ามทวิตว่าแบบลูกบ้านนี้คือเผลอไม่ได้เลย
Oh. Face.
ครับไม่เนียนอันนี้คลิปนี้ผมเป็นคนแชร์เองหรือเปล่าหรือว่าใครแชร์นะครับก็จริงก็ตามก็เล่นแบบเล่นไปเรื่อยครับผมก็คือเดี๋ยวก็ชอบเธอ
เธอไหนเนาะน้องดาวเปล่าเธอ
ฮัลโหลแม่ฮัลโหลแม่แม่คุณแม่ครับคุณแม่คุณแม่ครับผมขออนุญาตจูบลูกคุณแม่นะครับเอ้ยไม่ได้ครับรอ
เทสปิดเลย
Looks of disapproval. Mm.
มาให้กำลังใจหน่อยมาให้กำลังใจ
I'm liking Lego's reactions for sure. Wasted.
โอ้ยโอเคโหเปียกมากข้างในผมทำให้คุณขนาดนี้
เขาปากสวยครับ เขาเป็นคนที่ปากสวยคนหนึ่งเลยครับแล้วสีปากเขาแบบเป็นสีปากที่แบบเอาจริงๆนะสวยมากเลยบางวันก็แดงบางวันก็ไม่แดงบางวันก็มาซีดบางวันก็มาชมพูมีความหลากหลายทางปากนะครับไปเรื่องปากไปเรื่องปากเข้าใจใช่จริงๆแบบอยากจะชมเลยว่าแบบปากเขาน่ารักขึ้นเยอะมากใช่
So Chu likes Dunk's mouth because his mouth is so sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Dunk likes June's mouth because June's mouth is so delicious.
Translation complete.
หมูกรอบเหรอหรือใครอุ้ย
บอกว่า100 วันพันปีเขาจะชมผมว่าหล่อนะเก็บไว้นะเก็บไว้นะ
Do you think they planned this out or is it improv? I'm assuming it's just plain old improv. There's something funny and joyous about constantly throwing something at somebody and see how they react. That's when you get the best reactions out of people. So I'm assuming that's what they're doing. Go ahead and throw that a like. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Let's go ahead and bring up some more information on JoongDunk. Shout out to Olivia and Slayer Kitty for the information. I appreciate it. JoongDunk once went live at 2 a.m. Clearly extremely drunk, but insisting they were not drunk at all. They ended up with makeup all over their faces. Clearly a very sober choice to make. Oh my gosh. This will be interesting. Copy these in. Boom. Oh my gosh.
Your nose is red, pretty young. Are you drunk? No, I.
หน้าแดงเหรอผมเขินครับ
หน้าแดงเอ้ยอะไรอ่ะไม่เอาโอ้โห
Not drunk just make up
No that's not how you do it man
Completely sober.
We are the jungleมันคนเมาอ่ะ
Oh my gosh
มาทำนี้เราเป็นคนง่วงที่มาทำนี่คือความรักของฉัน
มันไม่ได้เว้ย
ไม่ได้
ขอโทษนะครับ
ครับเล่นๆ
ขอโทษเจ้าของเพลงด้วยครับจริงๆเจ้าของเพลงหน้าตาดีอยู่นะ
Oh my
คุณรู้อยู่แล้ว VP น่ารักวิทย์นี่คนผู้อินแท็ก
ผู้อินแทงเรารีบ
It's an interesting clip.
เราเข้าไงได้เดินเที่ยวช้อปปิ้งอาจจะไม่ได้ของเยอะ Back to Thailand Tomorrow morning it's 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh. clearly very sober. Just 100%.
เป็นเจอรี่ได้ไหมทำไมชอบชอบอะชอบแมวชอบหนูชอบหนูชอบหนู
Oh my gosh. Which one would you rather be, Tom or Jerry? Why? Like cat? Like you? All right. It's pretty clear at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. or whatever, going live, doing this. You can just tell.
แต่คนดูเยอะอยู่นะแบบ at this time เวลาเนี่ยก็ไม่เยอะมากนะเนี่ยเท่าไหร่500 คนเองมั้งครับ5,600อ๋อเหรอ500เลยนะนี่ตี 3นะ
No, definitely no sober decisions.
โอ้ยแต่คนดูเยอะอยู่นะแต่คนดูเยอะอยู่นะแบบ at this time
Trying to change the topic. He said 500. It was 5,600. That's hilarious. Gosh. TikToker made a post of a blind character from last Twilight captioned, "He cannot see," deaf character from Moonlight Chicken, "He cannot hear," and then a photo of Dunk with "He cannot be yours." Joong found this post and commented with an unrepentant sorry. The post did not tag either actor, so this has been taken as proof that he searches the JoongDunk tags in his spare time. Oh my gosh. I would hope it would have been like recommended or something, but yeah, clearly he's searching it. Today is such a special day for me because we reached 3 million followers. I just want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your constant support. Why did I lose my spot? For following me and for being part of this journey. It's your love and encouragement that got me here. Thank you for always believing in me, for your trust, for being by my side. I promise to keep working hard, keep giving my best every day. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. Oh, that's very nice. On live, out in the streets, JoongDunk talk to people and fans. Oh, God. This will be interesting.
สวยไหมครับสวยไหมเป็นแฟนกันครับเป็นแฟนกันเป็นแฟนกันครับเป็นแฟนกันเฮ้ยเป็นแฟนกันเฉยเฮ้ยตรงนี้เปล่าใช่ปะผมว่ามีความเป็นไปได้ว่ามันจะเป็นฝั่ง
First he claimed him as his boyfriend, and then he saw the lesbian couple that were fans, and bro started getting super happy.
เฮ้ยครับโอเคเร็วมากโอเคเหรอเฮ้ยเขาไปเดทกันนะเพื่อนมีความสุขมากนะครับผมในวาเลนไทน์นะครับผมนี่ดูนะเดี๋ยวพวกผมดูนะดูอันนี้ดูนะ1 2 3เห็นปะเนี่ยผู้หญิงสวยนะโอ้
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Who let them out in public like that? Come on now. Working in such close quarters and a pairing, arguments might happen, and some pairs have fallen out for months or even permanently. Interesting. Well, I mean, it's bound to happen, right? No one's perfect. No pair is, bulletproof, as they say. Fans refer to the periods of tension or assumed tension as divorce eras, and now tend to jump to conclusions and assumptions of divorce era rather quickly. For instance, they declared one for JoongDunk recently when, if anything, there seems to have been a minor tiff. Joong very much stoked the flames. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What do I want to bet that's on purpose? Of fans' concern, since he has always had a tendency towards emo tweets, circa 2005. Example of general emo things he's retweeted. Maybe it's true that people get bored of you when you show them too much love. Oh, they very much got in a fight? Oh, okay. All right. Nice. By world. M&M's. That's hilarious. Oh, dang. That's a subtweet if I've ever seen one. A rundown of how Reddit and Twitter fans jumped to divorce era. All right, let's see it. See it. Don't ever change Reddit and Twitter. JoongDunk divorce era. That's hilarious. I freaking love Community. It's one of those shows I've seen all the way through. Just amazing. Actors do not get paid enough for this. Basically, the fandoms are fighting and everyone's catching strays. Good grief. Pond and Dunk have known each other before they became actors, so people ship them equals Pond Dunk. Joong used to hang out with Dao and East. However, recently Joong deleted all images of East, unfollowed him, and blocked him. Dang. Insta and Twitter. Dunk posted pictures of him and Pond hanging out while Joong was overseas. Dao and Est were also there hanging out with them. Since then, Joong hasn't liked or responded to any of Dunk's comments, even the one where Dunk was giving him support since Joong was in the hospital. Now people are reading into every post Joong is making. Since he has posted about people being fake and not really loving him, so it's getting wild on Twitter, apparently. I'm not going to Twitter because those people scare me, but I asked what is happening over there. Last month, the ridiculous blind item said a popular ship actually hate each other, so people assumed it was Mean Ping. But now people are saying it's Dao Off-Road because of Dao hanging out with Pavel, and Est. Est is the problem because he's too close to Dao, which is causing issues with both of their respective ships, even though Est's show isn't even out yet. But the JoongDunk people think the Pond Fuin people are trying to cause issues because they want the Heart Killers to get bad press or something? That's crazy. That's crazy. Because the Pond Fuin people think Dunk is trying to break them up since Dunk just did a show, Summer Night, with Fuin that GMMTV hired them for, yet doesn't hang out with them. Remember that GMMTV had to even write a press release that Pond and Fuin were not breaking up last month. And now, First Cow people are getting upset since the vibe is messy right before the premiere of The Heart Killers. The Earth Mix folks are pissed because they keep getting dragged into this in relation to the divorce era. Good grief. The Reddit and Twitter folks got time. So unlike the FBI and CIA, who need money to operate, these people are stalking out these actors based on nothing but pure hyperfixation. Oh my God. That is a lot of time and effort put into that. Good grief. Oh, I get it. You know, hey, Hollywood actors, you know, song artists, whatever, they all go through public beefs or whatever. And sometimes the tabloids pick up it and run with it or whatever. But wow, this is a lot of looking into things. Probably too much, in my opinion. But you know, people are into what they're into, right? They want to hyper analyze everything. Honestly, this is kind of why I hate social media a little bit, just a little bit, for like ultra famous people. Like if you don't respond to everything people are shipping you with, they think you're in a divorce era, they think you're hating the other person, things are going bad, you know, they just read into it way too much. I think the subtweets were aimed at S, to be honest, and Dunk just caught a stray since he was hanging around. Oh, okay. It was bananas, yeah. Entire thing was a supposed BL couple hating each other. Behind the scenes had everyone scrambling, but it was announced it was a pairing from a new company, so the claims didn't stick for long and everyone moved on. Good grief. So everyone just completely overreacted, basically. The Joong and S thing is a legit fallout. Yeah, blocking for sure. removing all photos and blocking on 2 different platforms, that definitely seems like a fallout. JoongDunk issue got overblown. Yeah. I think at that point, people are just looking for any possible connection to anything else because they already know that one's for sure. So maybe they were just trying to find the roots of it and whatnot. But yeah, that is unbelievable. During this time, Joong was actually pretty sick. This presumably contributed to whatever tiff they had, whether the fans were correct or not. They also got dragged into it. It was insane. Yeah. It was fun to watch the theories. I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was because there was probably so many different theories. I mean, I just read a list that was just crazy. People always got to blow things out of proportion. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, people have their interests, right? Whether it's, sports for some or video games for others or movies for some. Some people are really into pairings and ships and stuff like that. And that's their sports. That's their video games. That's their hobby. So it makes sense. I mean, if you're really into it, look at how some sports fans are just wild and really into it. And they're betting on it and they're doing fantasy. I've done fantasy sports stuff before. You get really into it. So I'm not surprising. It's not surprising at all. I'm not surprised, but it's a little different because I'm not into that, world, I guess, of hyper-analyzing relationships. But it's there. It's there. People put it out on social media, so it's there for everybody to pick apart. For the first Heart Killers event for episode 1, he shared make it a little bigger. My chin, get well soon. I update my symptoms. This morning I woke up with a swollen face. I went to see a doctor. The doctor said it's probably a bacterial or viral infection. One side of my face is swollen this morning. Now it's swollen twice. I actually had something like that too, not that long ago. Both sides are swollen in just a few hours. It was just one side for me, I think. Both sides were swollen. I'm not sure what the evening will be like. Let's wait and see what the evening will be like. I have an infection, tonsillitis. One side of my face is swollen again. The next day, I have episode 1 event. Feel very unhappy with my body. Exercise every day. I haven't eaten salty, sweet, or fried food for months. That sounds tragic. That sounds tragic. I know you do that for health reasons, but dang it. Give me something salty, sweet, and fried immediately. I work out every day. Today, I just plan to lie down and watch movies at home. My eyes are puffy as I've been crying all day. Posting in the subreddit. Yeah, he looked rough. Yeah. They tried to cover his swelling with makeup, but you could tell. Makeup can only do so much, right? Swelling, what are you going to do? Contour your swelling? That's not going to work. And as said, the whole drama was resolved soon enough. All right, let's see. Everybody moving on to a different couple. Well, I think the JoongDunk divorce is over. Thanks to their fan club being real weird on Twitter with this image. I saved this picture because I liked it so much. It's a small picture, but it's really serious. Dunk doesn't express love languages, but he's always by Joong's side, and he's still the only one who can heal his trauma. Ah, that's a great image. That's cool. I like that. Only one who can heal me is Fidel wearing a wig. Oh, that's hilarious. Translation, not even including the famous Nong. Then this happened. That guy is bang. Oh, that guy is dumb. You're stubborn. Joong said stay. I think they should stay in the divorce era a little longer because I need more time with the pond dunkers. I think the Joong cow people are onto something. Let the boys cook. Let's ride the wave, GMMTV. Let's break up the ships. Gay marriage is legal, so let's not some gay divorce. I'm dead. That's funny. That is funny. that is very funny. Just as likely that they saw assumptions from fans and played into it, though. After all, back in the spring, Dunk was out of communication for a short while, and Joong declared a breakup on Twitter, seemingly to get his attention. Oh, people are insane. My Tumblr dash is a good time. Clearly. Joong even started a breakup hashtag called #HaveWeBrokenUpYet online that lasted for a whole week. And then Dunk went online, asked who broke up, and Joong said that the fandom was delusional and crazy and that they didn't break up. Well, there you go. Clearly, they're having some fun. Although recently we see each other sometimes, right? But there are some secretly sad things. It was quite distressing like this. Real for this relationship. I don't want to talk about a lot of this relationship. I can't accept it. I would like to not answer any more of this. Thank you. Not really teasing anyone, or really not teasing anyone.
แบบเศร้าๆว่าครับมันค่อนข้างทำใจลำบากครับมันค่อนข้างยากอะไรอย่างเงี้ยครับผมก็เป็นความสัมพันธ์จริงๆก็ไม่อยากจะพูดถึงความสัมพันธ์อะไรอย่างงี้เยอะครับมันทำใจไม่ได้ครับผมขอไม่ตอบไปมากกว่านี้นะครับ
Interesting. Avocado is Joong, sunflower Dunk. Remember in dialogue translations? Oh, yeah. Might have been just one big game. I don't know how I didn't hear about this considering I'm pretty active on BL Twitter. This must have been a moment. This must have been quite the moment. I have been in JoongDunk fandom for over 3 months. The question in my heading, is that true that Joong is flirting with Dunk? I'm really wondering. We already broke up. Please provide evidence to my girls. Don't believe. Reply with MV. Joong is so drama, but I love him even for that. You even made a hashtag for it. Hashtag have we broken up yet? That's funny. After a breakup, I have to come across this hashtag again. I feel sad all over again. I feel upset and annoyed all over again. I'm so depressed and irritated. Why does that sound so sarcastic? Even in like tweet or post form. Why did hashtag JoongDunk break up? Fight over snacks. Oh, come on. Come on now. Who broke up? No one is breaking up. It's just the mind all confused. Meme. Oh. Good grief. A fight over snacks. Okay. I get it. So as you can see, take Joong's tweets at face value at your own peril, right? Minor spoiler warning for THK. 2 episodes have aired of their new show, The Heart Killers, which airs every Wednesday. After the second episode, Joong tweeted, "My university teacher watched the second episode of HKL." Oh boy. I'm assuming that's not good. I'm assuming something happened, which sounds innocent enough until I tell you that in episode 2, Joong's character Fidel has a charged moment in a sauna with Dunk's character's style that later leads to a closing scene involving Fidel having some solo fun time. Oh boy. I appreciate you editing that as well, so I don't have to. Basically, next class would have been very interesting for Joong. Oh my gosh. Rip indeed. Good grief. That would have been pretty brutal. I just stepped foot on Thai soil. Joong's spidey senses were tingling. He felt a disturbance in the forest and got on a plane to get back to Thailand fast. That's hilarious. JoongDunk made a Halloween short movie with their friends and siblings. Joong wrote and directed it. Really? He was mortified during filming? Yeah, I bet. I would die if my professor saw me in a scene like that. Yeah. Honestly, professor, parents, even friends. I mean, friends could ridicule you over that for sure.
มึงทำอะไรของมึงเนี่ยมึงตบแรงจังวะโอ้ยดูมึงเล่นดิทำอะไรไปบูนี่มึงกลัวผีขนาดนี้เลยเหรอวะฮะโอ้ยมึงกูไม่ได้กลัวเว้ยแต่สีหน้ามึงเมื่อกี้ไม่ใช่เลยนะ
Obviously, I'm not going to play 6 minutes of this.
อย่าทิ้งกูไว้ดิเชื่อมึงเห็นปะมันไม่ใช่กูมึงเชื่อใช่ปะดูดิ
สั่งสองอ่ะ
Honestly, I like the fact that they did that. Being that creative and just needing an outlet for it, you know? It's not something, you know, massively produced or anything like that. We're just having fun. As mentioned before, Dunk, 2 dogs, Haruto and Moro, his dogs often compete in dog competitions, usually winning first or second place. His dogs have also their own Instagram. Oh my gosh. Some skilled dogs. 83,000 followers. Oh my gosh. Oh, a Samoyed and a Pomeranian. Oh gosh, these dogs are so adorable. Oh, look at that. Also, if you don't know this, they're also known as one of the most expensive dog breeds. They go for about, I think the average was like $14,000 US. 14,000 US dollars. Which is crazy. Which is pretty crazy. But yeah, as you can see, awards. Best puppy in group. Best junior in group. Dang, that's cool. 14,000 US dollars. It's crazy how expensive those dogs are. Recently, GMM-TV announced their upcoming projects for the next year, and JoongDunk were announced to have starring roles in a series called Dare You to Death, involving them playing a serial killer and a cop. Cool. Dare You to Death. What an interesting title. All right. All right. Very interesting. That's a lot of names at the top. Wow. That is so many names at the top. Wait a minute. He looks familiar. He looks very familiar. From like Bad Buddy. Is that who I'm seeing? I think so. Can believe that we paid $5,000 for Winston. Whew. I think we paid. I think my parents paid like $400 for a golden retriever growing up. A lovely dog. Quite the discount. Quite the discount on it. Could be. He was in Bad Buddy. I knew it. I knew it. To be continued. To be continued indeed. As we continue on this JoongDunk saga. Good grief. What an interesting little divorce era there. Wow. That was something. That was definitely something. Good grief. I can't imagine being that passionate about it, but I understand it. I totally get it. I watch American university / college football, and I'm passionate about it. You know, I keep up to it, see like, you know, who's injured, what teams are doing what players are doing what. So I guess it's kind of the same thing, you know? It's just a different medium. But yeah, that's wild. And the fact that the fans were kind of stoking the other fans, like that stuff's like hoping that another pairing's movie or show doesn't do well. That's interesting. But I guess it could be, you know, related to, you know, sports fans hoping their rival team doesn't do well. So I guess I understand it. It's just odd because they're actors. It's a little odd, but I guess it kind of works, frankly. BL fans can be super involved. Yeah. Oh, gosh. There are still, oh my gosh, fans of the main actors who refuse to move on from the pairing splitting up. Oh, gosh. I get it. That show's been pretty amazing so far that I've watched. But yeah. Eventually you have to move on. Eventually you do need to move on. Which we're about to do. Next up is the Joylada Gang TikTok edits compilation. I don't believe, I'm not quite sure if I've reacted to Joylada Gang. Comprises of JoongDunk, Pond, and Fuin. Oh, okay. So I have really reacted to at least half of them. So let's go ahead and bring that up. I'm pretty sure we're going to need closed captioning, so I'm going to leave it in this little corner so we can actually see it. Let's go. Oh no, it's TikToks. I can do the, I can move it, make it a little bigger. Move it over to the side. Okay. Now we should be good.
ซึ่งผมไม่ใช่ดังประเทศไทยไงที่จะมาถอดแล้วก็เบ่งกล้ามให้ดู
Boy, with this whole divorce era thing, this kind of gets a little messy. You reacted to Pond Fuin once for Never Let Me Go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye, bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye.
First pick looking weird.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offensive side eye, bombastic. ตุ๊ดเลยไม่ต้องยื้อเอาไว้คลึกเอาไว้คลื่นไหวนี้ใจมันต้องมาก่อนไม่ต้องหยุดผมรอเพราะผมมันตัวจี๊ด Welcome to Thailand only แต่ถ้าน้องอยู่กับพี่แบบนี้ต้องชนแก้วส้มโอจะเอายังไง
Oh my gosh. Those moves.
โสดอย่างผมต้องทำยังไงไม่อยากจะโสดมันนานไปต้องอยู่กับเพื่อนกอดคอกันไปพร้อมกับเหล้าขาวที่มันดามใจและทุกๆครั้งเวลาผมเศร้าก็มีแต่เพื่อนคอยปลอบใจโสดนานแค่ไหนก็อย่าไปเศร้ากินเหล้าให้สบาย
That was wholesome.
ไอจุงมากูเห็นนะว่าไอคลิปที่มึงอะไรวะมากลับจากสนามบินแล้วแบกถุงซ้ำเอางี้ก่อนไม่ต้องกลับจากสนามบินแล้วแบกถุงซ้ำตอนมึงแบกไอ้ดันบนเวทีอ่ะ
Conquin also had their supposed divorce era as well. Oh my gosh.
แล้วดูขนาดตัวมันสมมติถ้าจากสมมติ
Also both Jung and Pond were in Charm. Liking song you heard? Oh. Oh yeah, that was that song that got copyright claimed. Or blocked. It was a good song though. Damn, that picture was awesome. The black and white one. Those looks. And Steve. Steve. Oh my god. I love that song. It's fantastic.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Pond is almost always Steve. I'm sure we've all been a third wheel, or a fifth wheel, or fourth wheel, or whatever. It's an interesting experience. I've been a third wheel on a date before. It was awful. All of a sudden, two of my friends were dating each other, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like it. Go back.
Jung, shit. ส่งมาอย่างนี้ใช่ไหมดังนัทชัยนะครับต่ำกว่านี้เลยสวัสดีครับพรและดาวิดนะครับผมที่ได้เจอทุกคนนะครับคุณทำอะไรที่นี่สวัสดีครับผู้วินครับขอให้รุ่นปกติสักหนึ่งคนเถอะ
I'll have one person do it normally. Well, as long as you aren't the third wheel on your own date, right? Oh god. It's funny, Rocker Kitty. Yeah, exactly. That would be messy. Pondifuen had their divorce era all because Fuen acted in a straight drama. Had to kiss a girl, which is ridiculous because everything is good now. Pondifuen have a new series coming out in 2025.
Hey, can you hear my heartbeat?
I definitely would not think that would bring on a divorce era. I mean, if you're acting in another movie or show or whatever and you have to kiss somebody, it should just be part of it, right? Like, we don't freak out whenever two actors have to kiss each other in movies and whatnot. But I guess it really, I guess it does over there with the pairings and whatnot. But I don't think it's that serious. Well, I guess I take that back. I guess the companies definitely play up the pairing. and obviously schedule them to be in movies together and shows. So maybe fans just don't want their ships acting with anyone but each other. Yeah, that would basically is a good point to it. Yeah, they don't want to see anybody else, but I mean, it is what it is, right? Didn't he also kiss Fuin in that show? you and me and your friend Steve. I guess the girl was Steve in that situation. Pan and Fuin have been together for like 4 years. I think it was so surprising seeing Fuin kiss someone that wasn't Pan. Yeah. I guess after the gosh, I can't remember at this point, but that one actor coming out with a girlfriend or whatever, and people just got so mad they canceled him. And it's just like, I guess they really don't want to see anybody else. Dunk Fuin, I mean, or am I thinking of the wrong show?
พี่พี่มิกปอนภูวินจุงดังจอยระดาดิวไม่ใช่ไม่ใช่งอนกันนะฮะใช่ไม่ได้กินบุฟเฟ่ต์แล้วกันไม่ได้บอกว่างอนกันนะเอางี้ก่อนพี่เหมือนงอนกันเหรอจริงเหรอโอ้แล้วก็ไปมอเตอร์โชว์อยู่แล้วเลยมางอนก่อนเอาอะไรมางอนก่อนน้องปอนต้องไปทำอะไรมาแน่ๆเลยใช่ไหมก็จะเอาประสบการณ์ตรงของตัวเองมาฮะกูไปทำอะไรวะเฮ้ยกูงอนมึงก็เหรอมีงอนกูเหรออันนี้คือประสบการณ์ตรงนะประสบการณ์ตรงไหนครับผมประสบการณ์ตรงไหนตรงไหนตรงไหนอ่ะเราว่าปล่อยเขาตรงนี้ดีกว่าเขาอยู่ในโลกของเขาแล้วอะเอ้าไหนบอกว่าคุณอยู่ในโลกคุณไงคนเดียวเองเหรออะไรนะอยู่คนเดียวเหรออะไรอันนี้เขาแซะเพื่อนจังเลยไม่ไหวนะอีก5 นาที
What the heck?
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell.
That was such a funny interaction.
If you wanna manage, I got a tricycle. All these bitches close with my mini me. Now they smoking, so they call me Young Nicky Chimney. Rappers and they feelings, cause they feeling me. I give 0 fucks and I got 0 chillin' me.
That's a cool picture.
Curry with the shot, just tell them to call me Stephanie.
That was a quick one. It was like half a second.
คนโสดอย่างผมต้องทำยังไงไม่อยากจะโสดมันนานไปต้องอยู่กับเพื่อนกอดคอกันไปพร้อมกับเหล้าขาวที่มันดามใจและทุกๆ
Deja vu, I think. Pretty sure we saw this one.
นานแค่ไหนก็อย่าไปเศร้ากินเหล้าให้สบาย
Donate
when you put Han and Jung in one live.
Oh gosh.
ตลกมากมึงต้องลองไว้ทำอย่างนี้เลยทำอย่างนี้ใช่ปะเว้ยทำอย่างนี้แบบกดแล้วก็ดึง
กูรู้แล้วว่ามึงร้องเพลงอะไรอะเพื่อนให้กูพูดไหมกูให้กูพูดของมึงเวลากูก็รู้ของมึงเหมือนกันกูรู้ของมึงเหมือนกันคนบอกว่าเราอะสปอยงานต่างประเทศเว้ย
Now that was interesting.
Dunk's attempts
Chaos.
to hold Han's hand.
ผมเจอไอ้ดังครั้งแรกครับผมเป็น
Oh my god, that's funny. That's so funny. Oh no.
ไม่เป็นไรเพื่อนกูก็มีเหมือนกันกูก็มีเรื่องเครียดเหมือนกันแล้วก็เหมือนจะผมขอเป็นหัวเดียว
At that point, it's like, will he? At that point, you just gotta see if he will eventually. That's funny. That is very funny. To keep going and going and going for it. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original video. Go throw it some much deserved love. Excellent edit. Han said no ghost shipping rumors for me. Yeah. I mean, judging on just how ferocious some of these fans can be, maybe a better idea to deny. It's like those celebrities that do like the fan meets or whatever, and they're like air hugging them. Like they don't actually touch them. They're like over here, like over their shoulder. So you can clearly see their hand and their arm are anywhere near where they shouldn't be. Just amazing. I found this, since we're talking about it constantly, the fans and, you know, the pressure and all that stuff. Golf opens up about breaking up with his ex-girlfriend due to fan pressure. Thai actor Golf revealed in a Chairs to Share interview that with the Standard Pop that he had to break up with his ex-girlfriend when he started his acting career because of fan expectations. Golf had been in a relationship for 2 years before entering the entertainment industry. Quote, we had been together since high school, but starting my career brought about several issues that changed our relationship. Major career breakthrough came with Tharn Type alongside Mew, which gained a large fan base. However, with rising fame came significant personal sacrifices. He explained that fan disapproval was a major factor in the breakup. Quote, fans don't want to see me with anyone else other than my on-screen partner. They even objected to me interacting with other women or men. Many fans couldn't understand that I had a girlfriend. The actor further elaborated on the challenges posed by time constraints and social media. Social media was particularly tough as my girlfriend faced attacks, and I was caught in the middle balancing the emotions of my fans, my girlfriend, my family, and myself. Reflecting on the ordeal, Golf noted, quote, it was overwhelming and made me realize that the entertainment industry isn't as glamorous or enjoyable as I had imagined. Fans must understand that these actors are also human. They have feelings, they have their own lives, and they can choose whom they want to love. Watch the entire interview to be properly informed. He never blamed the fans, but rather his incapability to balance everything as he was overwhelmed by everything. That in the end, he did what he thought was right at the moment. So they both needed peace and space. Now both of them leads their life seemingly happy with their choices. Both values his fans, whether they are toxic, loving, or just regular, go with the flow fan. He knows somehow, some way he owes his fame and a little way to his... this seems like this person's trying to cover it up. Like, it wasn't us, I swear. Not Mew Golf. Dug into the BL roots for this. Yeah, I was like, I just typed in like BL actor girlfriend canceled or something, and this came up. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be surprised if this was quite a bit of contention here. Especially if I think mostly what it was, just from reading this, it was probably the attacks on social media to the girlfriend that kind of like caused a wedge. I mean, you can only take so much of that. Mew Golf lore is so crazy. It's extra bananas because of Mew Toll. So long story short, Mew Golf was at one point one of the biggest BL ships, but then they ended up splitting, and Mew got canceled by fans for telling them straight out that him and Golf were purely just fan service and nothing else. I mean, kind of makes sense, since he had an ex-girlfriend. Well, he had a girlfriend at the time, I guess. Oh no, he broke up with her before entering. Wait, had been in a relationship for 2 years before entering. Yeah, sounds like he broke up with her after that. I believe is one of the canceled because of girlfriend, Bright. But now Mew is engaged to another BL actor. Oh. He engaged another BL actor is just cherry on top. Yeah, that is unbelievable. I get it. I mean, maybe you just don't expect it, you know? You just don't quite expect that level of, you know, engagement from the fans. But I guess if you've been seeing anything involved with BL and GL and whatnot, probably the same. You're going to face quite a bit of intrusion, I guess you could say. Anna was, you know, people overanalyzing your entire like life, basically, your movements. What are you doing? Who are you talking to? You know, that just kind of comes with the territory, I suppose. And maybe it was just too much. I can slightly understand why some fans were upset, though, because Mew Golf used to fan service a lot. Like, they did a whole lot, so it's not surprising fans thought they were truly together at one point. Yeah. That's too bad. Looking back now is interesting, especially the Mew Golf is real evidence. Mile of Kim Porsche still got canceled recently for a girlfriend. Dang. What is with this? I heard about it too. Then he went on Twitter to apologize. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Can't apologize for living your life. I get it though, because certainly the fans kind of keep your career alive. I'm assuming if you fall out of favor with the fans, the companies don't want anything to do with you. It's less based on your acting ability and more based on how many people love you, which I'm assuming is the case. Boy, that's a tough reality. Joylada Gang comprises of JoongDunk, Pond, and Fuin. All right, let's see here. Got some stock music. Legendary, the Unstoppable.
And the phenomenal Fuin Taesakyuin, the Joylada Gang.
They gave themselves the name, and both fans and the boys call themselves It. This stems from an event the four did when they started using the Joylada app to read fanfic, as the fans shouting out to them to not read them, telling them to not read them. Clip from that event, and the boys talking a little bit about fanfic.
Thank you. คุณครูสุดโหดกับแกงเด็กเกเรจริงน้องนกไม่ต้องอ่านแล้วอ่านไม่พอแล้วคุยพอแล้วเดี๋ยวว่าคืนนี้ต้องมีคนไปส่องแน่เลยไม่ดีอย่าไม่ช่วยผู้ชายพ่อตัวว่าเคยอ่าน
I have read it. I've read them all. What are you talking about?
มันเป็นแอปมันคือชื่อมันเป็นแอปหนึ่งเป็นแอปเคยแบบเห็นแบบเอาจุงกับดังไปแบบใช่เป็นแล้วอ่านนิยายตัวเองนี่รู้สึกยังไงมันรู้สึกยังไงการอ่านนิยายตัวเองนั่นน่ะสิมันตอนเราอ่านนิยายแค่ไหนแบบสิ่งที่เขาเขียนมันเหมือนเป็นสิ่งที่เขาอยากต้องการที่เขาอยากจะเห็นนะเราปะแต่ว่าเราแบบบาง
ชาวนี้เป็นไรดีอ่ะแล้วคำตอบต้องเป็นอะไรฮะคำตอบก็แล้วแต่คุณนะ
Back away from the fanfic. Bright knows all about falling out with fans due to being real with them about his ship. Yikes. I'm assuming that was interesting.
เอางี้คุณกลับไปอ่านแล้วเดี๋ยวครั้งหน้าคุณมาตอบ
ทุกคนแบบไม่ดีโอ้20บวกพวกผมก็20บวกนะนี่22เฮ้ยคนละ19มีน้องเล็กคนหนึ่ง
ไม่เป็นไร20บวกก็เหมือนหนังผมเนี่ยแหละ20บวก
My gosh. Dunk and Pond have been best friends since college, university, and now they all work under GMM TV together. That's awesome. That is so cool. Joong likes to beg for updates. In fact, Dunk joined GMM TV in 2021 despite originally being a runway model, not known as a performer, and has said he joined because Pond did. That's cool. Really neat that they've been best friends since college. Amazing. There's a running joke that when Pond's hanging out with JoongDunk and he's a cleared third wheel, Steve, he gets called Steve by fans. Oh my god. This is a reference to the Garfunkel and Oates song, Me, You, and Steve. This was made into a TikTok. I'm providing the link, but since it has a song, I'm not sure if it'll be YouTube copyright. On your head be it, basically. May the odds ever in your favor. Usually songs don't get blocked. Sometimes they do, which is weird. But usually it's just videos being claimed by companies and whatnot. But songs, I mean, they do get copyright claim, but I'm not expecting songs to not get copyright claim. It's when it blocks the whole video. That's the crazy part to me. All right.
That it's finally me and you and you
Oh,
and me, just
yes.
like- and your friend Steve.
This was funny. That is so funny. When drunk together, these four made this video. Oh gosh. Watch on mute. It's the theme tune. You'll know which theme tune when you see what they're wearing. Oh, Teletubbies? Yeah. Figured it out. Oh gosh. I'm shocked people still know about Teletubbies. That can't be around still, is it? It was huge when I was younger. According to this video, Gemini and Fourth are considering part of the gang too. So presumably they have been reading fan fiction as well. Oh, good. Wait, this page doesn't exist. No, I will not buy. Interesting. Interesting. Page doesn't exist. They support each other on social media a lot. For instance, when Pond Fuin had a show called We Are Airing. We Are Airing. Joong and Dunk were live tweeting as they watched. That's awesome. That is support. If you have friends that will do that for you, that's amazing. That is lovely. Pond at college and Dunk tagging along. Dunk came to school with Pond today. That's so wild that they're still in school. What? That equals Joong, by the way. Pond, Chen, and Dunk together. Close enough. Welcome back to Joylada Gang. Oh my gosh. That picture, though. Gwen used to help other students learn English. For context, if unaware, Wattpad is a site and app for fan fiction like Joylada is. Oh, Lord. Now, the question is, why does this page pop up? Is it because they've set their blog to not visible from search results? Or maybe NSFW? Sure. Login required, though. Login required. I remember when Nunu was doing assignments while on the set of Cutie Pie. I don't know how BL actors do it. Yeah, you would think they'd be mobbed at like school and classes and whatnot. Starting to think that the Joylada Gang aren't being put together as much these days because Pan Fuin are hellbent on being private, and the rest of the gang would just ruin that agenda of theirs and expose them left and right. Like, for one, you got Joong. That man is already exposing them when he ain't even with them. Imagine if he is. During a Joylada Gang interview, Joong, yeah, so Pan kissed Fuin with tongue while I watched. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's spilling the tea, yeah. The MC, I asked you about your upcoming series with First and Kauta. Oh my God. Putting them on blast. Post is mature. Gotcha. Dunk's graduation. Nice. That is support right there. Support. It's cool that they're finishing up school as well. Looking comfortable. Joong is always saying more than needed. That's so funny, yeah. Joong is a terror. Definitely don't give him any secrets, because obviously those are getting out. No thoughts, just Joylada. That is so funny. I had no idea people still knew about Teletubbies. I thought that was long gone. Long gone. Like, I think the kid that was the son or whatever in that show is, like, older. Like, way older at this point. Like, no longer a kid. Which makes sense, because I was a kid when I watched it, and obviously I'm a little older. But yeah, just seeing that was weird. Just kind of put in a face to something I remember not being there. It's weird. Anyway. Hashtag Joylada Gang. Let's move on to the last member requested video from ToddReacts.com of the day. It is When We Were Young, Jess and Rory, number 10. I don't know what the number 10 is in relation to. I'm assuming it's the number of edits or videos that have been made by this editor. I'm assuming so. But let's go ahead and bring it up. This is from the show Gilmore Girls. If you are unfamiliar, get that full screen. And bam. Let's go.
It's what it is, you, me.
It's been a long time.
She'll find me eventually.
It's obviously Adele.
Everybody loves the things you do.
You could do more.
From the way you talk.
When you're expecting Adele and you get a cover, it's a bit shocking. I was like, this is obviously Adele. And then clearly not Adele.
You should write a book.
To the way you move. Everybody here is watching you, 'cause you feel like home. You're like a dream come true.
You looked it up.
But if by chance you're here alone, come with me. Can I have a moment before I go?
Jess is gone.
'Cause
That's
I've
not
been
her.
by myself all night long.
I think I may have left you, but
Hoping you're someone
I just need to
I used to know.
let it go.
Ooh. Ooh.
You care about me at all. You won't.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, God. That was a heart ripper. Ooh. I think I might have loved you, but I just gotta let you go.
Take that into consideration.
You sound like a
What makes you think I care about you?
That one's brutal.
So do you at least think it was funny?
When we were young, let me
Say that I couldn't have done it without you.
I only say no if you really don't want to be with me.
I don't know what I did.
How hard is it not to sing along to this song? Holy crap. This is a banger. It's amazing. And it's really hard not to sing to.
I know you better than anyone. This isn't you. It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
I love you.
I know you couldn't count on me before, but you can now. You can. You owe me an egg roll.
It's so weird
You know,
seeing
I
them
still
age.
have lovely things to say about you.
They're just considerably older by the time they finish up.
Still a dean?
You're into him and he's into you.
You came here alone. I don't deserve this world.
It was just like a movie. It was just like a song.
This was fate.
I think it was.
When we were young.
Good grief. Excellent edit. Throwing that a like. Link down below in the YouTube description for the original edit. Go throw it some love. Apparently, okay, this channel was doing the top 10 ships, and this was number 10. Gotcha. Okay. That was Ryan Dolan singing When We Were Young. You want to look that up. And you found it good. I thought it was okay. That was an alright cover. Not bad. Yeah, good grief. As I was saying earlier, amazing how much of life is timing and choices. That kind of is fitting when you think of Jess and Rory. I think I may have loved you, but I need to let you go. Ow. Ooh, that's brutal. That is brutal. Let's go ahead and bring up some information on them and their relationship. Obviously the Gilmore Girls, we've talked about it. Ran for 7 seasons. Final season ending its run 2007. Wow. Good grief. That is so long ago, unfortunately. Gilmore Girls has been cited in TV, the book, and Time magazine as one of the 100 greatest television shows of all time. Holy crap, that's a big statement. Wow. 100 greatest shows of all time. Do we agree? Do you agree? Let me know. Down below in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Also has become one of the most watched shows on streaming platforms since it became available on Netflix in 2014 and re-aired on the CW. 2016, the original main cast returned for the 4-part miniseries. Obviously follows the lives of a 32-year-old single mother, Lorelai, and her intellectual teenage daughter, Rory, whom she had at the age of 16. The mother and her daughter, while living in a small town, Stars Hollow. Big ambitions. Lorelai wants to own her own inn. Rory wants to attend Harvard. Her parents agree to pay Rory's tuition on the condition that Rory and Lorelai come to Emily and Richard's house for dinner every Friday night. Sets up the show's primary ongoing conflicts. Family is forced to face their differences and complicated past. Interactions fueled by those weekly dinners together. You know what's kind of interesting is that probably makes for just a wonderful viewing experience because you get to see their life unfold and also them having to be at that dinner. You get to see like that interaction all the time and trying to, figure out what's going on now, how it relates to what happened in the past. Kind of interesting. Obviously, Luke, all that good stuff. Rory, one of two protagonists. See if we can get to Dean, which is so funny because that's Sam, isn't it? That is so funny. Oh my gosh. Jess and Rory meet when Jess arrives unceremoniously. Stars Hollow, being sent to live with Luke by his flake of a mother. Wow. While Jess is hurt and uncomfortable with the situation and doesn't take well to anyone, he accepts Rory right away, in spite of himself. They share a meeting of the minds later that evening in the center of town. While their mutual attraction is quickly evident, Rory battles with herself over the idea that she should remain with her first boyfriend forever, while Jess unapologetically flirts with Rory at every turn. Rory's heart eventually wins over her head, and she kisses Jess. And a few months later, they finally begin a romance. The two have exceptionally bad timing. Like I said, that seems to be the running theme of this stream. With Jess's family's issues, they part and see each other once a year later, with unpleasant results. A few weeks after Rory turns 21, they meet again, and Jess has gotten through his family troubles on his own, started a life for himself, including becoming a writer. Let's see here. Gilmore Girls, Rory and Jess's relationship timeline, season by season. Although Rory and Jess share a bond and chemistry throughout the series, they don't do well as a couple when they actually date in season 3. Full of passion, but the two don't end up together. From what Rory and Jess start dating, when they break up, they are great episodes to look back on. On again, off again couple. Although several years have passed since a year in the life, Gilmore Girls kept teasing hope that Jess and Rory could get back. It's hilarious. Good grief, that's a young... Oh my God. Crazy to see him that young. Season 3. They start dating and break up at the end of the season. That is a fast-paced season. Still dating Dean, Rory takes an internship in Washington between Gilmore Girls season 2 and 3. Doesn't speak to Jess the entire time. She's gone to avoid conflict. Jess decides he won't wait for Rory to decide and starts dating Shane, leaving him and Rory at odds. While there are many great Rory and Dean Gilmore Girls episodes, once season 3 rolls around, Rory can't hide her romantic feelings for Jess, no matter how hard she tries to convince herself that she and Jess are just friends. Clear that they have deeper feelings, just as the conflict between Rory and Dean's relationship for the first few episodes of the season. Season 3, episode 7, Dean's had enough. Finally breaks up with Rory at the town dance marathon, meaning Rory and Jess can officially be together. Following the start of their relationship in episode 8, things remain awkward because Lorelai does not like them together. She even criticizes their chemistry for the first time she sees Rory and Jess kiss, making Rory so self-conscious that he seeks Jess out to give him a more passionate kiss later. Clear that Lorelai prefers Rory to date Dean at this stage. That's because she won't take the time to get to know Jess the way Rory initially does. However, as soon as they're dating, they don't get along as well as before. Oh my gosh. It's like the grass is greener, you know, once you get it, once you get the, shiny new toy, it loses the shininess and the newness. And you're just like, well, all right, been there, done that. Once the anticipation of being in a relationship is gone, there you go. Pressure to maintain it is on. Rory finishing up her time at Chilton and headed for Yale. It's clear to Jess that he might not have a place in that world, creating even more tension between them. Yeah, that is such a cliche about going to college or university, and either you don't go to the same one, or one goes to it and one doesn't. It's just such a classic cliche. But I guess it's not a cliche because it just happens to be usually what happens in life. I guess it's a cliche because they always write about it. Creating even more tension between them, Rory graduates and gets a phone call. She knows Jess is calling her, but he has no idea what to say and takes off. They never officially split or have closure. Huh. Weird. That's weird. Jess comes to Friday night dinner for the first time. Ooh, okay. Rory and Dean decide to try and be friends. Jess accuses Dean of trying to get Rory back. Yep. Being friends with your ex, that's, it's sticky. Real sticky. Rory thinks Jess can't make plans, but he surprises her with concert tickets. All right, Jess. All right. Rory and Jess make plans for the future. Jess is flunking school and acting out, and Rory refuses to sleep with Jess. Oh, that'll do something. Jess tries to call Rory about leaving Stars Hollow, but can't bring himself to talk to her, so she tells him off. This episode sounds crazy. Like, this is the writers basically setting up the break right there. Oh my gosh. Season 4, enrolled at Yale, learning how to be an independent person. That is the beauty of college / university. It's just that first week of feeling homesick, of course. You're missing home and your family and, whatever situation you're in. The comfort of it, all that good stuff. The set structure kind of missing. But then you start to really appreciate being on your own, having some independence, creating your own schedule. It's amazing how that flip happens. Going from like sad and lonely and, thinking about the past and all that stuff until like, I'm an adult. I'm ready to go. I can do whatever I want. It's kind of funny. Instead of pining for Jess or wishing their romance had ended more happily, Rory seems to forget all about him. She's distracted by having some fun time for the first time when she sleeps with Dean at the end of the season. Huh. Jess was right. Jess was right to be a little nervous about those two being friends. Oh, it's funny how that works out, isn't it? Which creates conflict as he's married to Lindsay. Oh boy. Jess returns briefly to Rory's life during the season, proving that the two still have chemistry despite ending their relationship on a sour note. Still care about one another, which is why Jess's future appearance in the series works so well. Not only does Jess tell Rory he loves her, but he also invites her to come with him to New York. Both times, Rory and Jess still end up going their separate ways. Interesting. Very, very interesting. One of those things, And again, the theme of the night basically is, timing and decisions. Basically what makes up our life. Whether you do something, whether you don't do it, when you do it, when you choose to do it. If you don't choose to do it, you choose to do it later. It's amazing how that works. Terrifying as well. Life can be pretty terrifying, but, we try to do the best we can. And that's what we hold our head high with. As long as you're making somewhat positive decisions for yourself, or at least you think they're positive, Should be all right. Right? Fingers crossed. Life always has curveballs, unfortunately. But we try to do the best we can with what we got and who we have. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. 5 excellent member-requested videos. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. If you already have, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. And make sure you have the notification bell on if you want to receive notifications when the videos post. Kind of random, honestly. It's whenever the video finally makes it onto YouTube. Typically, I try to do it the night of. Usually, it doesn't work out that way. If something gets blocked or whatever, I got to remove it, and that just adds time. But join the Discord. I post about, updates or anything like that. There's over 174 amazing people on there. Super nice, super friendly, a growing community of folks that are really interested in what we're watching here, what we're reacting to, what we're, whatever you're into. Even if it's not been on the channel, you're into, I don't know, what's something? Love Island, The Circle, or whatever the heck it's called. There's multiple shows like that. The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, or whatever. If you're into those things and you don't see a channel on the Discord for it, just request a channel, and we'll do it. We'll do it. So you can post about it and enjoy it, and maybe you'll find other people that are really into it too. That's basically the space we're looking to create. So check out the merch as well. Members save 15% on all orders. Ships worldwide, all that good stuff. The 15% is automatic. You don't have to put in like codes or anything like that. It's just, it knows you're a member. You put it in the cart, takes 15% off. And follow the Twitch channel. If you're watching live right now, hit the follow button. That way you'll know when I'm live next. As well as join the Discord. You also get a notification for that. But follow the channel. Nice as well. And if you'd like to request your own videos and you saw what you saw today and you enjoyed it, you want to be part of it, you want a video that you request be on stream, go ahead and do so. ToddReacts.com. Season and series tiers is how you do so. Check it out. I worked hard on that website. I'm still working on it, honestly. But check it out today. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I will see you all on Friday. Enjoy your first week of December. It is the holiday season, which is awesome. Definitely a time we all look forward to all year, which is just great to be in finally, It's over fast, but we look forward to it all year. All right, everybody. I will see you on Friday. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.